Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I had to uninstall the app. Wouldn't let me go live. Crazy. Completely uninstalled it and reinstalled it. And that's why I'm late. By 9 minutes. Again, I can't make it on time to my own lives. Because I'm using Prism app and it kept telling me I had to go to YouTube Studios. So. Yep. It's just my luck. I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. Hi, Lauren. I had to uninstall and then reinstall the Prism app. It wouldn't let me go live. So, late again as usual. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hot Mess Express. Hi, honey. How are you? Sorry to keep you waiting, but I use Prism on my phone and it wouldn't let me go live, so I had to uninstall it completely and then reinstall it. How are you doing, Lauren? How's your back? Hi, Mess Express. How are you? I wanted to show my jar. You saw the video on Friday of herbs from Provence from the Shea Elliott homestead. I made some more today. I'm just a little shy because I've been using it. It's absolutely amazing. It's basil, oregano, sage, rosemary, salt, and you can use it on lamb, chicken, beef. It's phenomenal. So yeah, just a little shy, but I'm almost there. I want to try to get another full jar before the herbs stop growing. I'm fighting a rough cold, but I am good. I hope you are. I am much better. Last you heard, I was going to go to my friend's house on Saturday. Got a little cray-cray at a neighbor's house I was staying, so I moved on Tuesday. The move went fairly well. Overall, except I saw that my freezer box was unplugged, which he's proclaiming he didn't do it, but give me a break. Yeah, so everything else went good. I'm here, everything's been fine. He's actually in bed now because he gets up at 3 o'clock. And I've been getting up like 3:30, 5 o'clock, like all these weird hours. He's only off on the weekends, and my friend Jimmy, and I guess that would be considered Saturday, he woke up at like 1:30 in the morning. Hi, Proud Mom 1966 from Maine. I was just talking about you on last week's live. I was like, she did a Instagram account. Where is she? Because you weren't on last week's live, so I'm so glad I got away from that environment too, honestly. I am sitting at the kitchen table and I think I gained like 1 pound and some odd ounces since I've been here. Well, it said one amount and then I took a shower and it said I was 102, but I've been eating, trying to. I made lasagna yesterday for everybody that was here and I'm going to eat lasagna after the live. Hi, Christine's World Outdoors. How are you? So, yeah, I'm going to eat a piece of lasagna tonight. I had 2 devil dogs the last 2 nights with a cup of milk before bed. I mean, I've been crashing early. Way early. But yeah, so the move went good. I'm here. So super nice. Sweet as a button. And everything's working out well. So, thank God for all the prayers for that. And in case you see me at the beginning of the video holding this up. This is what I made. I did a video on Friday when I was at Thomas and Jean's. I saw it on Shay Elliott Homestead. Basil, oregano, sage. You can put lemon rind in it, but I didn't. So let's see, it's basil, sage, oregano, some parsley, and thyme. And this goes on everything. My back is much better. Well, thank God for that. Glad to hear that, Lauren. So yeah, so just a little while ago, well, a few hours ago, because my jar was like down to here because I can't leave it alone. So I got some more herbs from out back. I came here with some herb pots and made some more. It also uses kosher salt. This batch, I mixed some Himalayan salt into it. So if you guys have not seen that video, go check it out. Even she said it's addicting. She's dead on with that. What else did I want to tell you? This, I did do some, my gardens are still going. The peppers. We're probably going to go food shopping in the middle of the night. This might sound crazy to everybody else, but to avoid people and lines, we're going to go at like 2:30 in the morning, technically Saturday or Friday night. And we're going to go get food shopping out of the way. And then I'm going to have to stop at my raised beds. And I think I'm going to pick everything because peppers are all in. And I think once I pick everything, I think I'm going to call it done for the winter. So then it'll turn into a lot more cooking, baking videos, things of that nature. But these were long hots. Saved a jar, cleaned it, roasted the long hots in the oven, and then put them in the jar and covered them with olive oil. Another good way to save your peppers because, as I said, I'm having like one heck of a year with peppers. So yes. How is everyone else doing? I did state I made lasagna yesterday. I'm going to eat that after the live. And I made dark fudge chocolate brownies earlier. So lots of peppers. Yes, the peppers just will not stop coming. I'm not complaining. But yeah, so for some of the long hots, you start running out of ideas like what to do with them. I roasted them in the oven on 375. I had 2 jars about this size, packed with long hots. I also did that with the Santa Fe hots, but I left that jar behind because I could have cared less. And yeah, another great way to preserve is by using olive oil. You can do that with tomatoes, peppers, and that's what I did in a spaghetti sauce jar. So they will be yummy throughout the winter. Christine's World Outdoors, how have you been, girl? Telling you, I wish you had smell-o-vision. Take a whiff. Look at that beautiness in there. Smells so good. Lots of peppers, Chris said. Better get eating, laugh out loud. Come on, Chris. I mean, I'm trying. So I did get here Tuesday instead of the original plan, which was Saturday, due to very bad environment and disgusting place. Ugh, I don't know how people live like that. So got a truck. That's me moving you back. Got a truck early on Tuesday, and there really were no problems. But my whole mood changed once I saw that my freezer box was unplugged, that he's claiming he didn't unplug. My friend reached his hand down. I think what was on the top was defrosted. That's just me, and I had a lot of produce in there. We just replugged it in. Produce will probably be fine, but I don't know if I want to take any chances on the meats that were in there. So, gonna do a big food shopping. Yeah, in the middle of the night. It's like a big supermarket here. It's open 24 hours. I would rather go in the middle of the night. Get it done and over with, and I don't have to deal with it all day long, or lines or anything of that nature. How was the lasagna? Lasagna was good. Very, very good. I made a big pan of that yesterday. I've cooked probably about, say I got here Tuesday, and Tuesday night I was starving, which it's rare for me to say I could eat a cow. So this area is known for this particular place that has these amazing wings, so I treated the both of us to wings. And 12 wings, I think I ate like 7. I saved the rest for lunch the next day. Hi Fishing Tucker, how are you? Welcome. We were just talking about my roasted peppers that I did in the oven on 350, and then put them in a clean jar, because you know there's a huge jar shortage, and covered them with olive oil. So I have 2 jars like this for the winter. And if you didn't check out my video on Friday, I did herbs of Provence. Got the idea from Shay Elliott, and I made a big jar of thyme, sage, basil, oregano, kosher salt, parsley, and you can put it on lamb, beef, chicken all winter long. So I just added to my jar earlier. Very yummy. Like I said, I wish y'all had smell-o-vision, because this is amazing. But I posted that video on Friday. I did that when I was back at my friend's house. So I made another batch here earlier tonight, because I still have lots of herbs growing in pots. But how are you, Fishing Trucker? How's everything going? So yeah, so I guess overall the move went well. And I think I'm where I'm meant to be quite honest with you. And I've known him for years. He's such a sweetheart. So can you put that on turkey? Well, sage usually goes in stuffing and on turkey. I don't see why not. Butter up the bad boy and rub it all over it. She puts lemon rind in hers, and I didn't do that. But this is amazing stuff. Doing well. How are you? I'm doing better. I moved in with my friend that I've known for years. It was the luck of the draw. And he asked me to move in, and I've known him. He knows my children, and it's been, I got here Tuesday. It has been really good, to be honest with you. A few little incidents with my little dogs trying to get in and out of the fence, but getting that under control. He's so passive, he's so sweet, no problems whatsoever. I said, by the way, I gotta go live, and I'm gonna do it in the kitchen. He's like, go ahead, I'm going to bed. So I'm in the kitchen doing live, and yeah, but I'm not gonna change my address until after I vote. Because I hear a lot of people are saying that if you change your address and you move, they suddenly say you're not registered to vote. So I'm not playing around with that. I am going to keep my other address, because I never changed it. And I'm going to vote where I always vote. And then once I'm done voting for who I want to be president, I will change my address. Yeah, these long hots that I grew this year were amazing. Sounds like you have a good situation. So much better of a situation. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we lost touch for a few years. He had a lot of tragedies that have happened. And I lost my home. And suddenly, you know, we kind of like bumped into each other. And I just think that was God's way, to be quite honest with you. So he is the big room. I'm in the back, which used to be his parents' room. This used to be his parents' home, but he bought it. And I'm getting there. I got a lot done from Tuesday to today. Like, he has a big basement, has a pool table, has a bar down there. Like, summer clothes went down there. Got things out of his way. And then this week I'd like to get the room done. He gave me an area to put all my canning jars. Not this, of course, because this goes in the fridge. But I have 2 shelves down there. And he has lots of other shelving. that I can put cleaning supplies, my jars for canning, so plenty of room, and very grateful. He's a sweetheart. So Tuesday I treated to wings, like I was saying. There's a spot here where the wings are amazing. They're crunchy and the spices in the inside. Somebody could figure out how to make them. I need the recipe. And I made spicy linguine with shrimp one night. So I'm thinking, and I just made that lasagna yesterday, so I'm thinking I may have cooked for him 3 times. And I've already put lasagna off to the side in the fridge. 2 pieces of lasagna for his lunch tomorrow. So, yeah. And I said, you're going to get sick of lasagna because you're having it for dinner tomorrow night. He's like, oh, I don't care. So, yeah. So, everything's great here. Just still been busy, sucking down Ensures and trying to eat. And, yeah. So, I'm familiar with this area. It's called like Echo Beach. You literally can stand in the front yard and see the river. You can lean on the back. His patio is higher up. It's concrete. This house was built by Jimmy, his dad, and his brother. So their patio is up off the ground. You can see the river from where I'm at. This Delta hurricane that's coming in, the wind isn't coming from off the water. It's coming the opposite direction. So, and the river water never comes up this high. So, but there's a whole row this way that are all waterfront properties, dead smack on the river. So I hear the tugboats go up the river and some wave runners because it was pretty nice here. So, yeah. So it's coming along. I started in the kitchen and got a bunch of stuff down the basement. A lot of like jars that I canned and everything went down there. I think as soon as I got here Tuesday, I bleached the refrigerator and organized that in the kitchen. So yeah, getting there little by little. I just got my TV up and running in the back bedroom and hooked up YouTube through it. So that's working. And then I go live every Sunday. Everyone knows that. And I use Prism on my phone and it wouldn't let me get on. It was taking me to YouTube Studio. So I had to uninstall it, reinstall it. So never like on time for my own lives. Sounds like fun with the boats. Yeah, I mean, me and my ex-fiance used to have a boat. This is the same river we used to go up and down. Tubby Guy Outdoor. Hi, honey. How are you? Missed you on the last few lives. I am at my friend's house. I'm not moving. I was just telling everyone I came back down to the area, decided to stay with a neighbor. It was just a bad environment. And then bumped into a good friend of mine that I've known for years. He had a lot of tragedies that happened. We met up like the next day to walk our dogs, and he straight out was like, Mel, move in with me. So it's just me, Jimmy, and our dogs here. And I'm good, darling. Good to hear. So yeah, I live in a community that's called Echo Beach. It's right off the river. It's still in Ben Salem, Pennsylvania. And when he asked me to move in, I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I lived with you before. We know each other. So I just moved in on Tuesday. Everything's going really good so far. I'm just really trying to watch my weight, try to eat. And I got a lot of things unpacked, considering I just got here late Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't do a lot today. Just kind of feeling like a little off today. So I made a big lasagna dinner for yesterday. And if you saw Friday's video, since you're just getting in here, Tubby Guy Outdoor, this is that herbs of Provence. I just made some more because it's addicting. And the jar was full, but I used it down to here. Super easy. rosemary, parsley, oregano, thyme. Did I miss something? Let me see. Sage. Grind it all up with some kosher salt or Himalayan salt. Beef, pork, chicken, or turkey. Amazing. That's a load off my mind, hun. Oh, you and me both. Yeah, my whole summer. Well, June 19th is when I lost my place. So from June 19th, I spent 4 days and nights in a tent. And then I went to Thomas and Jean's because they picked me up and I was there for a little under 30 days. Then I went to my friend John's house with his wicked mom. Then I was at Chris's place. And then I moved back down because a neighbor there, who I think always had the hots for me, told me I could stay there. And he would have a room available for me to rent. So it was a quick impromptu move. There wasn't a room available. I got there Saturday, like a Saturday ago. And on Sunday morning, he wanted half the rent, which was $650. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. Like, I just got here late Saturday and I'm on the couch. So he got $186 for me to sit on the couch for a week. And I was gone out of that situation. You know, they do some things that are just not up my alley. You know, whether it's wacky weed or whatever. So that was like a real shitty thing that he did. Then he told me, oh, you can have the room at the end of the month. But because I was going to be on the couch, it was supposed to be $650 a month. And I was going to be able to manage that. But because I was on the couch and his roommate didn't move out yet, he then changed it and decided to charge me $186 a week to be on the couch. Yeah, I don't think so. With a big Rottweiler, we literally were just sitting on the couch like frozen. Yeah, can't do that. And then it just so happened to be the luck of the draw that Jimmy and I started talking, bumped into each other. We met up on a Saturday to walk our dogs. Like I said, he had a lot of tragedy that happened. He lost his mom. And then within 30 days, he lost his dad. He worked for a company with his best friend. He lost his best friend in a horrific accident on the job site. And then the following year, he lost his brother. And then he had a blister on his toe. He's not going to mind me telling the story. He had what he thought was a blister on his toe. And I think he said like the next day, he had a little blood on his sock. He went to the doctors and he had some type of, I think he said like a bone disease in the toe. So they sent him right over to the emergency room and he had his big toe amputated. So he's been through a lot. I've been through a lot with this moving around. He's lost a lot of people. He had shingles before, like 2 years ago, I think he was telling me and Chris. And then he had his toe amputated. Oh, just terrible, 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 terrible. So I feel like we both needed each other. I think he needs the company. And he works like 13 hours, so the dog would be in the house. He has a Labrador Retriever. Only had one incident with her. She's sweet as a button. Super, super sweet dog. And I tried to be nice and pull out 2 yellow squeaky balls. And I threw one to her and one to my dogs. My dogs don't fetch. Golden Labrador Retrievers are known for that. And she had both balls in her mouth. And I think Coco tried to get one of the balls and she just pounced on her. She showed teeth, but she didn't hurt her or anything like that. And both balls went right in the trash. So, but yeah, she's a good dog. So he has me to look after her more and to look after him more. And I'm a super slow eater. And we could sit here at the table and he could be done eating and he will continue to talk to me and say, come on, you can clear your plate. you know, like I couldn't even look at my stomach. It was so flat. So I lifted my shirt up a little bit today and I was like, is it looking any better? And he said, yeah, it actually is. So your paths crossed for a reason, hon. I know. Miss Judith Davis said the same thing. She said what I did. God puts people in certain places, and she thinks that he needed me and I needed him. And I mean, we go way back, Jimmy and I. Jimmy actually was supposed to be my grandson's godfather, but my daughter ended up not getting him baptized. I knew Jimmy's parents. They were phenomenal. I've stayed here before. Yeah, so I'm grateful, you know, very familiar, and I feel safer, but I physically and mentally still feel beat up, which is probably common for what I experienced. But yeah. I mean, what was the luck of the draw of that? Very, very fortunate. I think the last time I sent him a message was 2014, and he saw it on Facebook Instant Messenger from 2014. And I don't usually use Facebook Instant Messenger. And he left me a message on there like, hey, Mel, here's my number. You know, call me. I work till 3:30. And it slipped my mind. I didn't call him, and he called me. We talked for a lot of hours, twice that day for a lot of hours. And then we talked Saturday, Sunday it was. We met up with our dogs, and we spent quite a few amount of hours together. And I had my back turned, and he said, Mel, because he talks like this all the time. And I said, yeah. And he goes, move in with me. I quick turned my head around, didn't even look at him. Because part of me wanted to burst into tears, the other part of me was just in shock. And I turned around and looked at him, and I was like, do you know what you just asked me? And he said, yeah. I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I've lived with you before. I said, okay, what do you need me to do? He said, if you want to do some food, it's fine. But if you can help out with the oil heat, it could go from like 100, max would be like maybe 200 every other. It could be once a month, depends on how cold it gets here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Happy for you, sugar. Lots of stress going now. You'll feel beat up for a bit, but you can now concentrate on you. I'm really hoping that that's the case, you know. Like, I wanted to make sure I got things out of the way, boxes or totes, and, you know, Chris came up yesterday and helped me get jars down the basement. He did a lot of renovations in here. It has a new ceiling, new walls, downstairs basement, just the floor isn't completely finished yet, but it's got multiple different rooms. He has an area where he has empty bullet shells. He makes his own powder. He was showing Chris his guns. I feel safe here. God forbid if something was to go wrong in the world. Yeah, he's got plenty of ammo and weapons, which I'm good with. Jimmy was always a advocate, like an avid hunter, if I'm saying that correctly. Whether it was by gun or by bow and arrow. He got me my turkey one year. He had to pay $50 to get in it. Funny story. And they send the turkey out and it goes in a box. When the turkey picks its head up, you get one shot to archery, shoot it, and has to be a clean kill. Got it, done. That was my turkey for Thanksgiving that year. And honest to goodness, I thought it was the best turkey ever. It happened to be in the sink, cleaned, with just the neck hanging over. And my daughter saw it, like, what is that? She's never touched turkey ever again, my daughter. I loved it. The boys loved it. We thought it was great. So yeah, he was a very big hunter. He had a lot of heads, and he sold them all. You know, he's just getting a little bit older. But that was like his passion. Good old-fashioned turkey shoot. Yep. And he did a second one, but he got it in the beak. So, didn't count. But yeah, he got me my turkey. Loved it. He's really a good guy. He's a good person. And he's alone, just him and his dog. And he even said to me, "You'll feel better soon." You know, I'm concerned. I'm not going to lie to my subscriber. I'm concerned about my weight. I'm hoping nothing's being overlooked. Jimmy seems to think it's the stress, it's the anxiety. I've been bouncing from place to place to place after losing my home to COVID or during COVID. And he thinks that's what's doing it. He thinks over time things will improve. I feel like my anxiety's gotten a little bit better, but then it'll come on out of the blue. So, Advid. Thank you, Chris. Advid Hunter. Good old-fashioned turkey shoot. Yep, I read that comment. So, yeah, so that's where I'm at. I mean, I'm a slow eater. I always was a slow eater. But he's so kind and sweet. He'll literally sit there and just, like he did this joke to me because I was wearing a sweatshirt and I kept pulling it. I was getting anxiety while I was eating that spicy shrimp linguine that I made. And he said, you have to clear your plate or you're not going to get any watermelon. And I said, we don't have any watermelon. He goes, well, that's what my dad used to tell me if we didn't clear our plates. So he makes little jokes while we're eating, and he will sit there and talk to me and just say, come on now, try to eat a little bit more. So Jimmy was also there for me when I had my cervical cancer. He saw me through that. I guess within like 2 months, I got really sick after my surgery. I couldn't eat. I stopped driving. And Jimmy got me back on track with that too. So, he's a really good guy. I agree with Jimmy. Which part? That this is going to go away? I mean, like, my bones are still sticking out, but as long as because I have really high cheekbones, and you can always tell when I lose weight because my face will start sinking in. But for me to not want to look at my own body, like, my arms will always be skinny. I have, like, olive oil arms. He said, like, you need some weight in your arms and legs, your lower legs. And I'm like, you've known me. I have stilts for legs and olive oil arms. But I didn't even want to look at my stomach. It was so flat. I saw that I was starting to look a little sunken in. The upper part needs to have some weight, and so does my butt. So I'm trying. I'm drinking a lot of Ensures too. So hopefully, the room's comfortable. Do I feel safe here? Yes. I'm so over what I experienced. And now I see who was there for me and who wasn't, or who tried to take advantage of me in a bad situation. And yeah. So I'm grateful to be here. We know each other in and out, literally. My sons are excited that I'm here. I just told Jarrett the other day, and he was like, really? So he's super excited. Jimmy invited him and his girlfriend down. Like, they don't even need to ask. They can come down. And Gavin, my grandson, was asking if he could sleep over. So I'm kind of looking forward to that because I haven't seen Gavin since I was at Thomas and Jean's house. So, and even my daughter called on Duo and said, well, now that I know where you're at, you're not that far, I'll invite you guys over and we'll come there and visit. And I was like, oh. So you start to get back on track. Stress does terrible things to the body and mind. So true. It really is true. So yeah, just wanted to hop on because I told everybody I was moving on Saturday on last week's live from my SUV, and I ended up not being able to deal with that situation. Got some help, got a truck on Tuesday, and moved to here, and that's it. I can't move anymore. I'm still sore. My back is hurting, and I'm just exhausted. Jimmy usually goes to bed about 7:30 because he'll get up at like 3. And literally there was a couple nights I was like, my Jim, I'm going to bed. And then, of course, I was getting up at 3:30. I think the latest I got up being here was like 6. So I get up super early. But the last 2 nights I tried to just go in, put the TV on, watch a little TV, fall asleep. Today I got up for the first time in a while. It was like 5:20. So I've been up since 5:20 this morning. And yeah, we sat and talked, made a cup of coffee. Didn't do breakfast though. I thought about making pancakes, but so yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here. Just wanted to say hey and check on you. Oh, thank you, Hot Mess Express. Thank you for everything and all the prayers. But I'm here, safe and sound. Continue, just lots of prayers to be able to put weight back on. That's like my big thing. And for my anxiety to simmer down. But thank you for everything. I was a little late tonight getting on due to the app. But yeah, see you next Sunday, Hot Mess Express. I'm not getting a lot of comments. I don't know if people are not seeing that I'm posting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But there was barely any comments under there. Flavors and Textures. Hi, how are you? Welcome. We were just chit-chatting. Then I moved. I met my friends. I'm safe. I'm good. So that's that part out of the way for the people just jumping in. If you didn't catch Friday's video, go over and take a look at it. The Herbs of Provence from the Elliott Homestead. I added more to my batch. So I posted that on Friday. Go over, take a look. Easy to make. Even if you have to buy the herbs, it's easy to do. And then I had so many long hots that, there's a jar shortage. So I have 2 jars of these that are completely washed out with long hots in it. I roasted them in the oven on 350 and then covered them with olive oil. These will stay in the fridge for the winter. Let's see. Welcome will continue to keep you in our prayers. Thank you, Hot Mess Express. Flavors and Textures. Great. How are you? I'm better. I'm not bouncing all over the place. I'm with a very, very dear friend of mine who had a lot of tragedy. That's where I'm at. We've known each other for years, and I'm good. I just need lots of prayers to be able to get fat. But, so yeah. Yeah, I feel good here. I'm just, I don't know, just sore and, just trying to gain weight. So I made lasagna yesterday. I'm going to be eating that when I'm done live tonight. And I did make dark chocolate brownies. And I'm going to have a dark chocolate brownie and a glass of milk before I go to sleep tonight. We'll keep praying. Oh, thank you, Flavors and Textures. I think I just went to say texting. If you saw the video on the tripod, let's talk about that for a minute, because I've had some people say, let me know in a few months how you like the UV size. It was the unboxing that I did in the summertime. If you didn't see that video, go back. No complaints. No complaints. I like how it takes your phone and it'll tilt the head forward or back. So a few people were wondering if I'm still liking the tripod, and I love it. So if you need a good tripod, I could give it a, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. Yeah, I would definitely give it 5 stars. So yeah, so this is right off the water where I'm staying. It's nice hearing the boats go up the river again. And the tugboat. My dad used to work on the tugboat. It's a nice neighborhood. It's very quiet. And yeah, I'm loving it. Silent Night. Corona? Heck no. Why, you got corona? It's not even something to joke about. Silent Night, I haven't seen you on here in a while. Where you been? Flavors and textures. You up to anything good this weekend? So yeah, this was on Friday's video. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I post. I don't know if something's going on. Miss Judith said YouTube unsubscribed her and she had to resubscribe. So double check to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel still. This recipe's over there. You will love this for the winter time. I mean, I was using it in the summer and couldn't stop. And I think tomorrow's video is going to be just very quick about how I did long hots in just a reusable jar and covered them with olive oil. That may be tomorrow's video. I thought you said had coronavirus. No. No coronavirus here. Baked a lot of bread. Oh, you did this weekend? I really wanted like a loaf of Italian bread for yesterday's lasagna. I was like, is this Italian bread? I was like, yeah. It was like sort of like French bread with the seeds all over it. But had that yesterday with the lasagna that I made. Let me show you what a piece of my lasagna looks like. Hold on. I didn't microwave it yet. I'm hoping you can see that. But I did meat lasagna with cheese. Yummy goodness. Yep, so that's dinner tonight. Then I made a whole big pan. So I put 2 pieces in a container for him to take to work tomorrow so he doesn't have to take peanut butter and jelly, poor guy. That's what he's been eating. Let me plug this in. That's what he's been eating before I got here. Sorry, I just had to put my battery pack on. That's good. So you ordered your seeds yet? I'm getting close to time. No, I didn't. But I am getting ready. Well, I was still unpacking, but I saved about this many cucamellons for the seeds. You weren't on last week's live. I guess I planted the seed to cucamellons. They grow like this. It's a cross between a pickle and a cucumber. These are specifically for me to get the seeds out of. I saved green beans. They're still in the pod. I have to get them out. But no, I didn't order seeds yet. I baked pansoba. That's a little bit of a sweetbread. Really? Do you have a video out on it? I think Lauren, back in the summertime, sent me a recipe for, I think, a sweetbread that she made. But with everything that was going on and moving, I don't know what happened to it. I can't find it. If Lauren N is still on here, or maybe she's not, she re-sees it. Need a recipe again. I like sweetbread. I was just showing Jimmy from a couple years ago. I made my famous cinnamon roll dough, but I didn't make cinnamon rolls. I made like cream cheese filling with raspberries, rolled them up, cut them like cinnamon rolls, and then bake them off. Powdered sugar, put a raspberry on the top. It's like a cloud melts in your mouth. So I'm going to have to get some raspberries because I want to make them. And I gave Lauren and the recipe to that. And pretty sure that she made it and said she loved it. I still have to watch that vid, but what is a cucamellon? Okay. A cucamellon looks like this. Wait, let's see if I can give you a better shot. Looks like that. I did do a video on it. Grows like real thin vines up a trellis. They grow like this. I mean, you can even still eat it now. It kind of tastes like a Jerkins, pickle, and a cucumber with a texture of watermelon in the inside. I kid you not. Let me cut one of these open and I'll show you what the seeds look like. Hold on. I posted it in Spanish. I'm working in the translation. Gotcha. Gotcha. Let me get a knife. And I am going to cut this. Hopefully you can see. Let's see. I'm going to try. Tubby Guy Outdoor. Tell me if you can see this. And Nights, do you see those seeds in there? It should be super easy to pick out. But it literally tastes like a Jerkins and a cucumber. So literally, it has a little gel on it. Hold on one second. I want to show you. I only just now took off one seed. And how easy was that? So I'm going to use this to get the seeds out. But amazing. I mean, you can eat it. Tastes just like a cucumber. And it's a little tarty. You still have a crunch. They're really good. Silent Night said they're great. Oh, you had them? This is my first season. And basically, if you get cucamelons, you can just squeeze it as such. And you see the seeds just coming right out. And then you can separate it from the gel. Put it on parchment paper. You only need a few of these seeds and you will get a lot. I planted them, forgot I planted them, did some research on them, and apparently they flourish more towards like July going into fall. So it's amazing. Oh, yours didn't survive. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, if anybody is in like an emergency situation and you need some cucamelon seeds, as you can see, I'm starting to save them. I made you a video on how to show you how to get the seeds out, but you saw how easy that was. Me personally, it's not as hard or as complicated as a tomato seed to get out. Because you can separate these right up and get the little gel off of it, dry them on some parchment paper, and good to go. They're like candy that never make it to the kitchen. You know, it's kind of true. I do have a video. It's from back a couple months ago, but I didn't post it yet. Has anyone here ever grown the currant tomato? It's in the smallest tomato family. It's like second to the smallest tomato. Oh my goodness. I have a video on that. Wasn't sure if I should post it because it's a little bit older. And I was at Thomas and Jean's house. And if you pick it before it's completely red, it has like a soury, tastes like a piece of candy, sour. And then if you pick them when they're red, I mean, you can just sit there and pick them and eat them. They taste like candy. I have never heard of them before. Cucamelons. Baker's Creek. I had a subscriber that sent me, if you go way back, I had people sending me seeds, and she sent me some Baker Creek seeds, and cucamelons were in there. I don't order from Baker Creek. I don't have anything against Baker Creek. I just can't afford Baker's Creek. And M.I. Gardner, I was a little bit more familiar with. I didn't see cucamelons under M.I. Gardner's site. And the lovely woman, who I can't think of her name right now, that sent me the cucamelons, yeah, they all started coming in at the garden. So this is the batch that I saved just to have for the seeds. So I will have more than enough if anybody needs any. Just Tubby Guy Outdoor, if you have my email address, it's the Melody R196784 gmail.com. Leave me your address and I will As soon as they're done and ready, I will mail you out some. Silent Night says, I grabbed me a pack of cucamellon seeds from Baker Creek before they sold out. Really? And how did yours do? Tubby Guy, they're really good. Totally different. Kid you not. And you know what's weird? The bed that I found them in was the bed that I grew cucumbers, all different types, zucchinis, butternut squash. The butternut squash is still going, but when the zucchini and the cucumber was done, cucumbers were planted here, zucchinis were planted here. I switched them, so I messed up the ground, and they still grew. Right up the trellis, I see this thin vine. Like, what is that? And I see these things, and I'm like, oh, because I watch Roots and Refuge, and I remember Jess talking about cucamelons. So I was super excited that I got to get some this year. Try them, taste them. They're great. If you want my honest opinion, definitely worth growing. And you could literally pick a handful, wash them, and just drop them right in your salad. You don't even have to take the skin off, like a big cucumber. Let's see. What am I missing? Laugh out loud. That is like our raspberry golden snacks. Proud Mom says, I've never heard of them. Yeah, the raspberry rolls, I'm going to see what I can do. Might not be till next week, though, because I have to run out to get raspberries. But I make a sweet dough. It's flawless. It's just one of those doughs that always works. And I use it for my cinnamon rolls. Well, then I came up with the cream cheese raspberry rolls. They're so good. Tubby Guy has never heard of them either. He got his before they sold out. Very cool. They're great. Got 98 cucamelons from one plant. It's amazing, Silent Night. Well, Melody, darling, I've got to head out. I've been on since 4 a.m. and haven't had supper yet. Oh my goodness, you need to go eat. Very happy for you, hon, and I'll be in touch. Thank you for trying, put together what we talked about, but thank God I have a roof over my head. Thank you for being there for me. It means the world to me. You think people are strangers, and before you know it, they become family. So I really, really thank you, Tubby Guy Outdoor, for all your help. Don't forget to go over. Check out the videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Sunday, I go live. I don't know if it's been the past week or so. There's barely any comments. And a little less views under my videos. So let's see if we can get the comments and the views up. But I'm at 320, an even number. How do you like that? Super excited to get up this morning. I saw him at 320. But thank you, Tubby Guy Outdoor. Love you to pieces. You were a big support to me when all this was going on. I know we don't know each other. Well, we know each other, but you know what I mean. Thank you for everything, and stay in touch and go over and watch the videos. I will, hun. I'm way behind on a lot of videos. Going to have to do some binge watching. Okay, well, you can binge watch me first. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to pour here tomorrow. So that's what I do. I mean, I'll try to, in the morning over coffee, I'll pick a channel and I'll watch their first 4 or 5. I did it to flavors and textures. I went over there, caught up on a couple videos. I'm making my rounds. Lauren hasn't posted anything recently, so I'm not behind. So that's what I do. A little bit at a time. We all know we can't live on YouTube all the time, but when you have set channels and stuff, keep us in mind. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. And I don't know if I've missed any of your videos. I have to double check. Yes, you did. Thanks. Flavors and Textures said. Um, Tubby Guy Outdoors says night and all stay safe and healthy. Yes. Amen to that. God bless. Thank you, Tubby Guy Outdoor. I will be chit-chatting. I'll hit you up on Instagram. If anybody else has an Instagram and wants to get me, you can get me over there. Proud Mom, is that the name? Sorry if I'm butchering. Yeah, Proud Mom 1966. I haven't even been on Instagram. Like last year I posted so many different pictures, the gardens, the flowers, but due to losing my home during COVID, it was just tough. I just felt like a lot of things got neglected, including myself. So, but I am going to try to just like bum rush my Instagram, even if it's stuff I did at the beginning of spring, summer, and just post it all out there because my phone's getting kind of full. But yeah, if anybody wants some cucamellon seeds, don't feel shy. You know, if I can get them out to you, I will. Yeah, Flavors and Textures. I saw quite a few of your videos. Very good channel. I really liked it. I think the last one that I saw, I want to say was like a sweet dough, and then you kind of rolled it in a ball, then flattened it, and you fried it. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. I want to try them big time, but I'm wondering if they need to be a little bit crispier, but it looked amazing. I love sweets big time. Let me put my long hots back in the fridge. 2 jars. The shortage on jars are becoming ridiculous. You may have to save your jars and sterilize them. Kid you not. They're saying they can't even like get the jars made fast enough to ship them out. Okay, I took a little Spanish and got out of it. Am I going to say this right? Yankilakulas? I didn't. I butchered it, right? They're so good. You can crisp them even more. I'm going to have to go back. I don't know if you had the exact measurements. I didn't. Did I watch that through the console or my phone? No. I need the recipe. And then if I make it on my channel, I'm going to tag you in it. But I like sweet dough, and I like it fried. So, and I can afford to eat some fried food right now, and I could afford to put on a couple pounds. But yeah, that looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. Glad to have crossed paths, you and I. Glad we can, be friends. Yeah, I was just separating. So this is going to be awesome. And that was only off a half of a cucamellon because the other half I ate. It has the amounts. In the description? Okay. If it has it in the description, I can do that. And maybe I'll do that on the channel and I'll just tag you right in and put you right in the title. Because it looked so good and yummy, and I like fried sweet dough. I don't know what it is about me, but I do. But great videos. And Silent Night, you ordered your seeds already? I might have to let my dog out of the room because she's crying. Like, did you order them already for this now? Like, what's the status with that? Because I think the seeds are going to be, like, gone. Flavors and Textures is great. Absolutely. I'll be letting all my subscribers know where I got that recipe from and put you right in the title. I might go over your channel and do that this week because I'm really having a craving for something sweet and fried. Let me just let my dog out of the room. Be right back. little dog is such a pain in the butt. Love her to pieces. She has separational anxiety. They were in the room. YouTube's on for them. And she's whimpering and crying because she can't stand not to be near me. Seeds are running out badly, but you could wait. When in my gardener does his seed launch mid to late November. Is that what he's saying? He's going to launch the seeds? It's going to be crazy. Yeah, I got seeds for like as a Christmas gift before, and I got seeds for Valentine's. So what's the next upcoming holiday? Because I don't know, I might be asking for seeds for Christmas, but I wonder if that's too late. I hope not. But yeah, so just wanted to get on and let everyone know that the move went well, and just starting to get settled. I feel like I can exhale a little bit, and I mean, there's still quite a bit to do here, but it's coming along. I feel safe here, and yeah, I want to get the ball rolling here. I have to go down and organize everything that I've canned, jarred, preserved. There's plenty of room down there, so I have to put them all out. And so I'm going to do that probably tomorrow or Tuesday. And yeah, so it's great to have that extra space for my jars now, considering I've been moving all over and carting these jars everywhere with me. And so far, knock on wood, I mean, let me show you, I'm going to lift this up a little bit. See up there? Sugar, flour, brown sugar. They're even in jars that I like, and I was carting them around with me everywhere I was going. So, yeah, I'm going to work on my jars. I think tomorrow's video is going to be pretty simple, just because I want to get back in the groove of things. And I did the jars at my neighbor's, the Long Hots. Not sure if I talked about the jar shortage too much, but showed another idea of what you can do with peppers. My garden still has peppers. Sophia! They're gagging. My garden still has peppers growing. There's butternut squashes that are still growing. So I think, well, we're going to go food shopping this weekend. My treat. And I think maybe Sunday we might take a ride down there and just pick everything, get my tools and my tomato cages that were left for me because somebody stole them all, and bring them back to here. He does it every year, late November. Seed launch. As soon as he starts and thousands of people flood in and constantly crashes out the day. A lot of seeds. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Go out of stock that day. I believe it. I've gotten mine prior to COVID. I've gotten mine beginning of February as a Valentine's gift. Beginning of February, had no problem with them, my gardener. And then this time I got mine after Christmas, and none of the seeds I was familiar with were available. So I had to go outside the box and pick different tomatoes and things of that nature. So yeah, I'll definitely look into that and see about getting ready to be ordering some seeds. I do have certain seeds left. Like the seeds that I was looking for were the tomatoes I did the year before. Like the zebra tomatoes, they weren't available. I'm trying to think. Black Crim, Dr. Winchy, like none of those were available. So I did some tomatoes I wasn't familiar with this year, but they were, if you saw those videos, those hauls, they were like, I have to move a lot of videos over to my playlist too. I'm really sorry about that. I'll get that organized soon. But they're like bigger than the size of my hand. Like Kellogg's breakfast, I never had that tomato seed before. Lancaster tomato I did, which isn't that far from here. German tomato. So just, you know, I had to make do with what was available. Cucamelons were not available, and a lot wasn't available. And I had some amazing subscribers send me some seeds. And that's what got me through this season. So yeah, if you use coupon code, sure, 10 ounces, arms 10. Really? I've been just trying to get any seeds I can get from Baker's Creek and M.I. Gardner. You're starting to scare me. I know I'm going to have to see what I can do. Because I got tons of seeds for like $40 before, like $43. My friend Brian got them for me for an early Valentine's gift. He's like, you sure that's what you want? I was like, yeah, absolutely, I want seeds. And then my friend Jay, when he got back from the island for Christmas, it was like $70 some worth of seeds. I got a lot, but there were just some seeds I wasn't familiar with, and you know, but I just ordered for my very first time from M.I. Gardner, not this year, the year before, and I was ordering things like cabbage and broccoli and broccolini, you know, fall, winter stuff. But you live and you learn, and you start learning how to order the seeds. I do have a Baker Creek seed catalog in the back of my SUV I'll have to pull out. I don't know, I just think M.I. Gardner is a little bit more reasonable. I think you get a lot of seeds. I did get gypped on one pack of seeds though. I didn't bother to call them. But I was supposed to have like 100 seeds in the pack, and I had like 8. But I still like M.I. Gardner. I was a fan of his before I even ordered his seeds. I used to watch his channel. So I can highly recommend, if anybody is wanting to learn more about gardening, M.I. Gardner is a great channel to watch. He's good. He teaches you a lot. I'm trying to think who else. Well, Jess from Roots and Refuge, but Jess and I plant our tomatoes the same exact way. Like, her video was something about how she plants her tomatoes, and I watched it and I'm like, that's how I plant my tomatoes. I dig a deep hole for my tomatoes, and I throw an egg in a hole and I crack it so it starts to break down, and then I put some jobs in there, and I put my tomato plant in on an angle, cover it up. I was picking, I said this a million times, I was picking tomatoes till the beginning of November last year. I just feel like this year is the year of the peppers. I feel like it's not the year of the tomatoes this year. Let's see. Silent Night says, I like M.I. Gardner. Cheap seeds, and you get a lot of seeds in one pack. So true. Baker Creek charges $2.50 for 10. Is that 10? Wait a minute. Oh, you get 250 seeds for $10 a seed pack, and you almost get the same amount of seeds as you would with M.I. Gardner, but Baker Creek has more to choose from. That's true. I'm just not sure about the pricing there, if I read that correctly, but absolutely. M.I. Gardner, like carrots, I think it's like 300 seeds. A lot of his seeds are 99 cents a pack, and you'll get 100 to 500 seeds a pack, you know, in there. But yes, Baker Creek has a lot to choose from. Like, I couldn't find these on M.I. Gardner. I couldn't find my favorite tomatoes, but maybe better luck soon. I have to look at my finances or my situation. I don't know. Not many tomatoes this year for me, but many peppers. See? You're in North Carolina, correct? And has anybody heard where you can you can overweather a pepper plant, like basically meaning like, I guess you could dig it up, put it in a pot, and put it in your house, and it'll keep for the winter. Sophia, I've never heard that before, and I have a lot of pepper plants, so I don't know if that would take up a lot of room. And sweet potatoes, I didn't do any. I did throw some potatoes in this dirt that was like so hard this year. They didn't turn out. South Carolina. Okay, I thought so because I sent my son to college in South Carolina. But yeah, I'm starting to catch on to your channel and paying attention. But yeah, and Silent Night, do you have a channel? Because if you do, dude, leave me a comment underneath one of my videos so I can find you, because I think I tried to look you up before and I couldn't find you. Will it grow in Ariel Hale have videos on overwintering pepper plants? Because I thought about it. I have a lot on overwintering peppers. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. If you want to leave me that on under Friday's video, so I don't forget, that would be pretty awesome of you. But I want to learn about that. I wonder if I take like one pepper plant, say like a long hot, jalapeno, Santa Fe hot, like just pick like, I don't know, I grew a lot of peppers. A green pepper, purple pepper, shoot, that'd be like 7 pepper plants. Says you can give them a jump start for the following year. I did hear that, but I don't know. I'll have to get some more information into that. Because, yeah, peppers take a while. And a lot of people that have gardening channels, I'm not one of them that will say this, but a lot of people have gardening channels. There's this set time window to plant your pepper seeds. Listen, I know with Christmas and everything, you're getting your decorations out, yada yada. I'm tickled because there's a basement here. And if I can get my grow lights out, I'm starting my pepper plants in December. I'm not kidding. I'm starting them in December. Because I noticed my pepper plants were very small. And peppers love the heat. So I kind of want to give them a jump start that way. And if I have to upgrade them to a bigger pot, I'll upgrade them to a bigger pot. I got a lot of tomatoes, but not many peppers. Wow, we're like backwards. Last year I got a lot of tomatoes. I did good on the pepper department too, but this year they're just not stopping. Right there in that basket is giving proof. I have more peppers in there, green peppers. I froze a bunch. I have jalapeno peppers. I'm just keep freezing them. So, and it's about, I think the lowest it's been here is like maybe 43, 45. So I'm not real concerned because the temperatures are going to go up to 70. I haven't seen anything to dip that low. So I don't want to push it where we're going food shopping, and I want to go to the garden center. But I definitely am going to go to the garden center. I didn't pluck out any of my pepper plants because they all were flowering. And the last time I was there, they had some serious peppers on them, and I thought I was going to pick them before I moved, and I didn't. I think I saw a long hot. It was about that big. So maybe me and Jimmy can go down maybe one night after work or something. He can just sit and relax, and I'll just pick everything. So, sowing tomatoes in December. Yep, I listened this year, and I am doing it my way next year. When did you plant your tomatoes and peppers last year? Because they usually say like, what is it, the peppers first. It's like February, tomatoes, March. I don't know. It just doesn't work out like that. Yeah, February. Okay, you did them in February. Okay. If you go back, I have a little series. It was during the virus too, to try to teach people how to be a little bit more self-sufficient, self-reliant on their self. Some people didn't even know how to plant a seed. Plus I was quarantined by myself with my 2 dogs, and it gave me an outlet to have somebody to talk to. Showed how to plant a seed, the dirt that I use. Some people don't like Miracle Grow. Well, that's what I could afford. And I used Miracle Grow. But yeah, I mean, I want to start earlier, to be quite honest. Even when it comes to like broccoli, I want to start that earlier too, because it can handle the cold here. It does not work in February. You're exactly right. It doesn't. I feel like a plant. Wait a minute. Let me see this one. I'm trying to see the comment a little bit better. Plant nurseries are going to run out faster next year. I'm going to get me a nice greenhouse to start me and my neighbor some vegetable plants. Oh, that would be awesome. That's a great idea. Well, I have a grow light that's in storage. Hopefully my storage is still okay. I can go in there and get that and then use the shelving downstairs. I just want to do it completely different. I want to start earlier. I don't want to wait late. And Jimmy said I can garden here, so that will save me money. I asked him if he could build like 2 raised beds, and he said, yeah, why do you need them now? And I was like, no. He's like, okay, because you're not gardening now, are you? I said, no. So I can garden out there. I'd like to have 3 sides so it doesn't kill my back as much, but we'll see. But she's right. It doesn't work in February. It's too late. It doesn't give them... I feel like it's already getting chilly when the peppers are coming in, when they're really hitting their peak. It's like they start getting cold, except for this year. But I think with the virus, I may have started my peppers early. But I lost my first set of seedlings though. So honestly, a lot of gardeners are going to tell you December's too early. But I'm not against it. If I have to go from a seed tray and then go to the next, that's what I'm going to do. And if I have to go to the next size, I'll go to the next size. But I would say no later than like December 15th, I'm going to start my seeds. And that probably sounds extremely crazy to the people that have been gardening. Listen, I've been gardening for years and years and years, but I always bought them. I've said this story before. I started everything from seed last year, because I'm still in this season. And I loved it. I wouldn't support a box store if you paid me. So I've learned a lot of valuable lessons. And that's getting the timing down right when it comes to starting your seeds. He's in Michigan. And my gardener, yes, he is in Michigan. You should maybe consider starting your seeds the 1st of January. We did start some in January, and I just feel like, I don't know, didn't work out. I definitely want to start the peppers in December. My other stuff, I usually start my tomatoes like around, in January. And then that works out. Except one seed tray died because it was chaotic. A lot of stuff going on with the virus and stuff. And, it was a different bag of dirt from Miracle Grow. It was like moisture control. It was garbage. I just used regular Miracle Grow potting soil. And this was, like water control. And they dried out so super quick, and it killed my first whole tray. So I lost all those seeds. For him, it's too early. For who? And my gardener? Well, yeah, because they stay colder there longer. Now, we had a very strange spring this year. I'm not one that, believe me, I've planted things and had them in the ground April 1st. I think 2020 has just been crazy in every aspect. I put a video out on how to harden off your plants, and had some people write to me and said, I wish I would have known this prior. They stuck all their stuff out And then look at the spring. It was cold and it froze a lot of the people's plants and stuff like that. So you can always go to the Farmer's Almanac to see what the winter is going to look like. And you can kind of get a pretty good idea when your last frost is going to be. Usually Aprils are fine here, but we've already had a blizzard in April. I just didn't put everything out in April. Which I'm glad I didn't, because I would have lost a lot. But yeah, I pay very close attention to the weather and how low it's going to dip. But nobody expected spring to be like that. It was just extremely cold, frost on the plants, and unfortunately a lot of people lost their plants. So Farmer's Almanac is very good. You know, it can only tell you so much, but I just go outside every day. And if I'm freezing, then my plant's going to be frozen. But, you know, I've had plenty of years where I had everything planted beginning of April. You know, but just crazy weather, crazy year. It's been a crazy 2020. And, yeah. So definitely going to look into some seeds. I don't know, I have to check finances first. But that's not bad for 99 cents a pack. I don't really want to wait too long unless I ask for an early Christmas gift and say, like, can I have my Christmas gift now before the seeds aren't available? Because I know I'm definitely going to be out of carrot seeds. And I would like to get some of the tomato seeds that I couldn't get last time I placed an order. They were all gone. So, yeah, that's why I've really tried to pay attention. Even amongst my terrible situation, I'm moving around and some things died. Like rattlesnake pole beans. I couldn't wait for them to come in. I got some, but then the rest were dead on there. Well, it's not a total loss because I went back and picked them. And some of the bush beans that were dead, I went back and picked them. So I would have bush beans for next year and rattlesnake pole beans. So I'm still saying we have 8 people in here and we're just yip-yapping about seeds. But yeah, good advice. I mean, you know, watch your own state, your own temperatures, and just be smart. You know, don't stick your plants right out there. They're going to go in total shock. And I didn't know by me making that video that some people didn't know that already. And I think it was Brooke Trout. If you go back and look at that video of how to harden off your plants, was like, oh, I wish I knew this like a week or 2 ago, because he lost everything. I felt terrible. So, yeah, I had a lot of free time on my hands during the, you know, having to stay in with the quarantine, that I thought, you know, I didn't know how to order seeds. I didn't know how to plant a seed. I bought my plants. So I kind of started a series like that. And then when the virus got really bad, I did a little series on back to basics. People were panicking. They didn't even know how to make white sandwich bread. So I just did a basic sandwich bread that like an 8-year-old could make. So I was doing a lot of videos to be very informative, and then, you know, just different. This summer's just been crazy. Since the moment I lost my house in a really illegal kind of way, because they weren't supposed to put me out, I don't feel like my videos have been top-notch quality. I also still don't have an editor, and I do everything from my phone, like an editing software. So, you know, I just, now that I'm here, I want to get back into the swing of things, because I'm very, like, I don't want to say OCD, but particular about my video, you know, quality. I like things to be informative, but I think I did the whole seed. I mean, if you go back and take a look at that, that goes from ordering and then the seeds coming in, and I showed the MI Gardener seeds, to what soil that I use. And I know gardeners don't like it. I even said that, but that's what works for me. I get the real big bag of Miracle Grow, and I can do all my seedlings that way. Did you get your own place or not yet? Times are tough in 2020. No. Was shuffled around lots of places, and then ran into a really good friend of mine who used to live with me. And he now owns his parents' house, and he asked me to move in with him. So we're back to being roomies again. He's a good guy. We were always like the best of friends. He has had a lot of tragedy, lost a lot of loved ones. I was in the boat that I was in, and suddenly, well, we didn't talk for a few years, not because of a fight or anything like that. We just lost touch. I mean, because he really experienced a lot of tragedy. I discussed that at the beginning of this video, and I just think God put us both in the right place at the right time. So my children love him. I love him to pieces. Like, he won't even hurt a fly. So no, between the rent gouging and me being responsible and, paying rent, and then, I probably shouldn't have paid in. I would have had all that extra money, but it is what it is. And I don't know, my kids are older. My last one had moved out, so I feel like he needs the company. I like the company. That's good. I'm glad you got a roof over your head and a loving, caring friend to look out for you. Yeah, he needs me to look out for him too. You weren't in the beginning. I'm sorry. He lost his mom first, and then there was like a big blizzard, so her memorial had to be postponed for 2 weeks, and within 30 days he lost his dad. He lost his best friend. He worked for his company. He watched his best friend get killed on the job site. And then he got shingles really bad. And then, trying to make sure I don't forget anything. Yeah, because his dad died in 30 days. Then he got shingles. And then his best friend was killed on the job site. And that's tough. I mean, they were really, really super close. And then he lost his brother like a year later. And then he had a bone infection in his big toe and got it amputated. So, he was buying food from like the dollar store and stuff like that. And, I like to cook and feed people. So that's like a win-win right there. And, I can help him out with his dog and here, and it's company for him, and going to try to look after him to make sure that he eats good, not things with a lot of sugar. And he's looking out for me, obviously, because I'm super worried about my weight. He's like, oh, you'll fatten up. He just thinks it's coming from stress and being shuffled all over the place, which he's probably right. And he used to live with me before. He lived with his parents. I'm like, are you ever going to move out? Because I got a place in a marina community if you want to move in. And he did. He's a good guy. Good guy. He was there when I had cervical cancer years ago, about 10, 12 years ago. And then 2 months after that, I was getting sick. Couldn't even look at food without throwing up. I guess I was having like panic attacks, and I didn't realize I was having them. And then I found I was allergic to serotonin, and then I stopped driving, and he would say, come on, let's go for a ride. And I'd be like, no, I don't really want to. And he's like, come on, we'll just go a little bit. When you had enough, let me know. Even if I have to do a U-B in the middle of the street, I will turn around. And he did just that, a little bit each time, and I was back behind the wheel driving. So, yeah, he's a good-hearted person. Been friends with him for a long time. He was supposed to be my grandson's godfather, but my daughter didn't baptize my grandson. So I'm looking out for him. He's looking out for me. And it's not like we don't know each other. We know each other really, really well. Chris met him, thinks he's a fantastic guy. I talked to my ex-fiance a few days ago. He asked me if I fell off the face of the earth. and told him where I was at. And he was like, oh, yeah, you know, great guy. Rocky Bayou Mountain Man. Well, hello. Welcome. Never saw you here before. So, yeah, so we'll both be helping each other. But, yeah. Again, if you have Instagram, you can follow me over there. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays is when, oh my God, tell him I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you both find peace soon. You have to each other. I know, right? Now that you hear the story, it's like, whew, when he asked me to move in, I was like shocked. And I turned around and looked at him like, are you sure? And yeah, you could see the pain in his eyes. Oh, I could cry. And he said, I'm sure. And here I am. We're both good to each other. Oh, you have been? Maybe it's been a little while, but welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so just discussing seeds. And I was showing some people what cucamellons are. Since you're coming in late, you might have to go back and watch. And yeah, so I do my videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think tomorrow is going to be, try the fried bread. Yes, absolutely. Flavors and textures. Absolutely. I will. I'm going to go over, and I'll have to jot it down. And I'm going to really try to see if I can do that for this week. So keep your eye out for that, for the fried bread. Yeah, I can't wait to make that. So yeah, keep your eye out. I'm going to really try to see if I can make that for this week. If not this week, it'll be Monday. But yeah, go on over. Tomorrow will be, you know, there's barely any jars left. I used recyclable jars from tomato sauce and roasted some long hots and preserved them in olive oil. You know, we have to do what we have to do. Was simply Mountain Man. Oh, you changed your name. Oh, well, welcome. I'll have to go back in and see if I have you. And I'll re-add you if I don't. Yeah, double check your favorite channels. Miss Judith, everybody knows her. And she called me in a panic and said, I wasn't subscribed to you. They unsubscribed me. And then a channel that I watch all the time, I said, yeah, I was, same thing. So if you have your favorite channels, check to make sure you're subscribed, because YouTube is messing that up again. Keep your eye out for videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Live on Sunday. And yeah, lots of seed saving. Let me see. Well, I gotta go. I hope to see you soon in your next live stream. Both have a blessed night. Thank you, Silent Night. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. We'll find the links for the Irwin and Peppers for you. See you soon. Thank you, Flavors and Textures. I appreciate it. Tomato sauce you need to add. What is that? Slap your mama's spiced tomato sauce. I almost was like, wait a second here. I don't know. I can mine from my fresh tomatoes. So yeah, but unfortunately, I know you just got in here. I will go check out your channel, but I think I'm going to call that Sunday's Live. Got through the move. Everything's going good. And I will be back next Sunday. Oh, it's the best spice. Where do you find it at? Go under my channel, under a video, and leave me that name of that spice. Slap your mama's spice for tomato sauce. I'll have to research it. Maybe I can find it on Amazon. Oh, God bless. Yes, I will double check to see if I'm subscribed to your channel. Do the same. But I'm going to let everyone go. I still have to eat dinner. Thank you for everyone that is here tonight for the live in the kitchen. And thank you for everyone's support. And yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you missed this week's videos, go back and take a look. Leave me a comment. And Friday's video, I'm telling you, I cannot stop bragging about this. Herbs of Provence, the spices that I grew, Elliott Homestead, that's where I got the idea. It's phenomenal, super easy, must try. And wish me luck getting all the seeds out of all the cucamelons so I could save them for this year's growing season, which is right there. So until next week, love y'all. God bless. Happy homesteading. Happy preserving. And it's the year of the never-ending peppers. I will see you next Sunday, 8 o'clock. God bless and have a glorious, wonderful week. Everyone stay safe and healthy. Until then, see you next Sunday. Bye, everyone.